Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got a video here from Explore with Sarah Louise, and it is one of London's most iconic hotels, the St Pancras Renaissance Hotel in King's Cross. So I think I'm hopeful. Why I picked this video was because you actually got to see the hotel. We got to see the apartment. We've seen the train station. Um, I wanted to actually go in and see the renovations they did for the hotel. And I think even with some of you guys that have commented on a couple of these videos, I kind of saw a mixture of people that were like, I don't know, that was a really bad district and it was really, really in bad shape. Like you guys were talking about vagrants and rodents and stuff in the hotel previously, and then some of you guys said now it is absolutely gorgeous and completely different area. Um, so I think maybe most of us can learn something from this video, but I will link it in the description if you want to check it out yourself or any of her other videos. Um, I also have links to Patreon, how you can support the channel here on YouTube, as well as my new sports channel. But let's just go ahead and get right into it.
The St Pancras Renaissance Hotel is possibly the most iconic hotel in London, and its history began back in the 1860s.
It's like a Corvette out front.
Rail travel had become a booming industry and people were streaming into London. The Midland Railway Service decided that it needed to create its own station to support this influx.
Humongous.
And along with it, they built this grand hotel. The Midland Grand was designed by architect Sir George Gilbert Scott. He basically got very, very carried away when he was designing this, but his ambition actually paid off and they authorised this project to go ahead with only a few small changes. Scott had taken inspiration for this hotel from his travels around Europe and designed it in a Venetian Gothic style, which he believed would fit in well with the Houses of Parliament and other buildings at that time in London. The total project cost £437,335, which is around 500 million in today's terms.
Wow.
To complete the building, it used 60 million bricks and 9,000 tons of ironwork, including polished columns
huge
of
arches.
14 different British granites and limestones. The Midland Grand very quickly established an excellent reputation as an upmarket 300-room hotel. It charged 14 shillings, which is the equivalent of 70 pence for a night in 1879. I have a feeling it's a lot more than that now. Today, the lounge area has a very open plan warehouse style vibe to it, but it's still very opulent and classy feeling. It's a really great place to come and grab a coffee, and I think it's a fantastic place to organise small creative business meetings, not only because of the venue, but it's so easy for people to get to as well. King's Cross is always that place that everyone can get to relatively easily. Over the road, you can see this amazing red pill-shaped lift, which actually takes you up to the 10th floor of the Standard Hotel to a restaurant called Decimo, which is a Mexican-themed restaurant, and you get views all across London. So this is the bright pink metallic McLaren that has its own little mystery behind it. So it's been parked here for a long time.
Our old neighbor had one.
Why. Someone said they actually work at the St Pancras Renaissance Hotel, and this car is actually owned by one of the guests who moved in permanently to the hotel at the start of the COVID pandemic. And he's been having trouble getting back to his country, and it's still there now. Certainly most of the answers to this mystery suggest that this car is indeed owned by a permanent resident in this hotel, and because the owner likes the look of it, he lets it stay. If anybody knows of a different theory around this car, please drop it in the comments. I'd love to read it.
This is from 2023, by the way.
I absolutely love this statue by the hotel. It's called the Meeting Place, and it's 9 meters high, bronze sculpture. It was designed by the British artist Paul Day and was unveiled in 2007. Its intention is to evoke the romance of travel through the depiction of this couple locked together in an amorous embrace. It's reported to have cost £1 million to make this sculpture. Here you can
I
see
love
the
those
absolutely
archways.
stunning staircase. It is blocked off to non-residents, but it's been the home of many iconic photo shoots over the years.
Picturesque, that's for sure. Wow. You felt like a grand staircase.
Now, the inside of the hotel is just as opulent and beautiful as the outside. Absolutely love this bar with the palm trees, and it just has such a
Reminds me of
luxurious
like the
vibe
Great
about it.
Gatsby.
This is actually Europe's longest champagne bar, or at least it was. I'm not sure if it still maintains that status. So how did the Midland Grand become the Renaissance Hotel? So it was doing well until after the First World War, when unfortunately the hotel trade in general just went into serious decline. And the upkeep and expense of this hotel, as you can imagine, was astronomical. Miraculously, the building survived the bombing raids of the Second World War, but it still found itself threatened with complete demolition in the 1960s, which would have been absolutely tragic. Thankfully, the building was saved from being swept away and was awarded a Grade 1 listed status in recognition of its importance as a high Victorian Gothic example of architecture. It ran into trouble again in the 1980s when it failed its fire certificate and it was closed down, remaining empty for many years. However, in the
Wow.
mid-90s, British Rail and English Heritage paid £10 million to bring the exterior of this building back to its original condition. They also made it structurally sound and weatherproof at a cost of £10 million. In 2004, permission was granted to redevelop it as a hotel yet again, and this was to be called the St Pancras Renaissance Hotel. And it opened on the 14th of March 2011, which was exactly 138 years after its original opening in 1873.
Oops. Uh-oh. Stop. Stop. All right. I don't know why it's just not stopping. Okay, there it goes. No, still going. Um, that was awesome. That was awesome. The inside of it was gorgeous. I love the gothic look of the building, and the inside is just it's gorgeous. It's elegant. It's still got the old time classical feel, I think, to it. Um, I was hoping we would see some of the hotel rooms in it, but I guess you could go online and see a bunch of those, or go in to try to book it and get to look at them. But just gorgeous, gorgeous. Loved the history. Really enjoyed that video. I think she did a great job. Uh, Hopefully you guys liked it too. Hit the like button, hit share, subscribe if you have not done so already. Comment, let me know what else you want to see. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow with a new video. Have an awesome day. Thanks for watching with me.